Hello, I'm Javier Sama from section 3. About my learning process, I want to start talking about my learning cycle planning, in which I wrote two main goals. In the first one, I wanted to recognize myself as an important key for the development of the class. But I realized that I didn't accomplish this goal because although I read the text and that I have an opinion on the topic, I believed that what I have to say, it was not so important as I want. However, I think that I really tried to change it, and although I did it in a few classes, I still think that I need to work on it, because I realized that if I don't do it, the only one harm is going to be me, and I don't want to continue forming me as a person and a teacher based on shyness and fear. I talked this situation with my homeroom teacher in the feedback session. She told me that not everything was so bad as I thought, because she noticed that I gained confidence in myself. For example, I was able to share my knowledge in small groups, being a good contribution to the development of the class anyway. And in second place, that I have to set small goals to do not get frustrated and stressed. It is really important to control those emotions. First, because it's important for me to set my goals better, and in second, because I'm going to be a teacher in the future and I need to show my students that failure is not definitive but is part of a learning process. The second one, I wanted to improve my speaking and pronunciation. About speaking, I think that I have improved in the way that I used to speak too fast. I thought that fluency was related to speed, and I get realized of this by Wednesday class through my classmates' feedback. So now I really appreciate the new methodology from part of my classmates of having an active role in us. It was really helpful and important for my learning process, for making me aware of that. Thanks for listening to the contribution of my partners. It is possible to fulfill goals in the same way that I am a contribution to them. I mean, giving feedback to my classmate help me to learn from them, to be more attentive to their contributions, and to practice to make constructive intervention to my future students. I want to show my students the same, that it's possible to grow up academically and humanly by this strategy. They also can learn from my feedback in the same way that I'm doing it now. According to pronunciation, my goal was especially directed to work on different ed ending sounds in the verb in the past in order to comply with the task requirement. To do it, first I have to recognize that these words were my weakest skill. I remember that for the pronunciation worksheet that we have about it at the beginning, it was really difficult to me to apply the different ed sound strategy. However, through time, I ended understanding a little bit anyway. Because in the preparation of my Kamishibai, I worked really hard for it. Anyway, I think that I still have to improve anyway, because of all the discounted score of my mark that I get, it was only for mispronouncing these words. Anyway, that was a kind of decision taken by me, because when I practiced storytelling in classes, I noticed that if I was very careful to the pronunciation, then I lost fluency and intonation in my storytelling. So I tried to make a balance, and from my point of view, it results good. I get a 6.3, and I really enjoyed performing my Kamishibai, because paraverbal language is something that I love to do. I love the way in which audience can capture the attention and can improve the comprehension of the language. Through these tasks, I learned that this strategy is useful to teach, and definitely I will use it when I became a teacher. According to Kamishibai, I think there is an excellent way for integrated critical and reflexive content. Finally, what I liked the most of these units was that I learned others' perspective. For example, all my life have been Catholic, but I always ignored other beliefs and other different kinds of faith. I realized that every person looks for happiness, no matter if you are Buddhist, Islamic, Hindu, or Jewish, even atheists. Everyone wants to be happy. As Siddhartha, I never want to lose the desire that I have inside, this desire that allows me to seek happiness. And in my students, I want the same. I want to see them in a different way, respecting and motivating them to seek or believe in whatever that makes them happy.